In this video, we're going to do a back-to-back stem and leaf plot. What this allows you to do is compare two different sets of data together at the same time. So a back-to-back stem and leaf plot, let me go and scroll this up a little bit. For this example, we're comparing females to males. So let's say we'll put the females on the left side and the males over here on the right. So when you do a back-to-back stem and leaf plot, the males and females will share the stem in the middle. So I'm going to go ahead and draw. That's where the stem is going to be, in the middle. So we want to find the smallest and the largest number of each data set. So if we look at the females, our smallest number looks like it's a 42. Our largest number is a 91. Now for the males, our smallest number, let's see, looks like we have a 48. And our largest number is this 86. So you just need to make sure that your stem in the middle represents all the way from the smallest all the way from the largest. So because we have the 42, if we think about our key, I'll just throw the key up here, we could say a 42 is represented by that key. So the 4 with the line in the middle and a 2. So this means that this is our stem and this is our leaf, will represent the number 42. So I'm going to have a stem of 4 and I have to go all the way up to a 9 because of that 91. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. All right, I'm going to do the male side first since that's the one that's similar to the last video. So the first one is a 48. So that's going to go along with the 4 and then the 8 goes right with it. So there's our 48. Now we look to see if we have anything in the 50s, and there's a 59, cross that off. In the 60s, we have a 66 and a 67. In the 70s, there's a 71, a 72, and a 74. And then in the 80s, we have an 81, an 83, oops, should be an 83, and an 86. All right, so there's all the male numbers. Now the females, what's going to be a little bit different about this is here's our 40. These are going to grow out to the left. So the smaller numbers are going to be close to the 4 and the bigger numbers are going to be further away. So if you look at how that looks, we've got 42. So you've got the 4 on the right and there's the 2 on the left. It kind of looks like a 24. But remember, you have to read it from the stem first. It's a 42 with that leaf. All right, so we're good with the 42. Now we're moving on to the 50s. I just see a 57. In the 60s, we have a 61. The 70s, we've got a 70. Oh, did you guys notice I missed this 60 right here? So this 0, I'm going to turn that into a 60. And then there's going to be a 61 next to it. So, you know, if you miss something, maybe use pencils so you can get that back in there. All right, now back to the 70s. We had our 70. There's a 73, a 78. And if you notice, as I write these numbers in, I'm just growing out to the left. In the 80s, we have an 83 and an 84. Cross those off. We have two 85s, so we write both of those in. There's an 86 and an 87. And then in the 90s, we have two 91s, so 91 and 91. So that's how you create a back-to-back stem and leaf plot. It allows you to compare the males versus the females in whatever this data set represents. So you can make some comparative statements about the female scores versus the male scores now that we can see the distribution of the whole thing.